57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down the kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the Bills have been a team trending upwards the last few years. They did take a couple of devastating losses to KC in the playoffs the last 2 seasons, but here they are seeking that elusive first-ever Super Bowl title.
And remember the history of this franchise, partner. They had been there 4 times in the 90s. Super Bowls 25, 26, 27, 28 without a victory. Somewhere, their quarterback, Jim Kelly, their runner, Thurman Thomas, their head coach, Marv Levy, they have to be smiling watching this team go for their first Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their 4th appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Truly the face of this Buffalo franchise and totally immersed with the Buffalo community. Josh Allen understands what the Buffalo Bills fans are looking for. That elusive first Super Bowl trophy. And he has the opportunity to bring it home through his talents.
Into the air right away is Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball. Spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation because trying to move up a spot.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary taking it in for a yard out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw here. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On second down, they'll run it here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A solid stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw here, hold in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Singletary again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, it's Allen. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point open through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
2nd and 4. Now Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. It's caught by Davis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Throwing on first down is Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On play action, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
2nd and 4. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And now not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. Through the middle of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touch. Allen hit. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points.
But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now it's Lockett. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 118 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's around them, creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went... Yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No,
okay.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Taken down at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 145 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know we're there in wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
Stephon Diggs, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And that is a shake. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. The 20. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Back to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force force a turnover on downs. Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First down now with that clock rolling. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.